It's TMNT time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Neca ties. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones versus Foot Soldier. Slashed. Another battle damaged Foot Soldier, unlike the April one which was bashed. This one is a little bit different. But if it's Slash, why doesn't he come with Slash? No, but seriously, we got Casey Jones, Lesson in Payne 101. Your instructor, Casey Jones. Actually did not have the biggest role in the cartoon show, but still an iconic character across the board when you're looking through the TMNT history. So I'm very happy to get this one. So without further ado, let's have a look at it. Sizes for Casey Jones stands at about a little over 16 centimeters with his spiky hair all across, and that means he goes up to 6.2, almost 6.3 inches tall. And the slashed Foot Soldier, because of his deformed torso, gains some size over the other ones, 18 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we're going up to 7 or 7.1 inches tall. Size comparisons for the entire gang with April and a turtle, but I'm really more interested in these three. And it seems like Casey has the right size. He's a head taller than the turtle, bringing back home the fact that April is a bit too short. Or as I mentioned in the April review, maybe the turtles are just too big. But enough about all this scale talk, it's making me dizzy. I'm just going over it because for a lot of people it seems to be very important. And I guess I see why. You want to have the complete line with all the complete scales. But really, I feel like we're complaining about centimeters and millimeters. So, you know, enough about that. This guy looks like cartoon Casey Jones all throughout it. And I love it. I was a big fan of like the cartoon Casey Jones, which was pretty much insane. He was talking like Dirty Harry or Duke Nukem, and I kind of missed that. He didn't have the biggest role in the show, but still a fan favorite in general. Overall, the figure looks very nice. You have the paint job, the entire rubber band that goes around his head, and the hockey mask. And you never see his face, by the way, and it also looks pretty flat, but I think it looked like that. I don't have a profile shot from him in the show, but probably look like that. I just really don't know how the face is supposed to fit on there. Regardless of that, it's a cartoon character, so why would I talk about realism? Black lines, cartoon black lines, which have been the big, well, kind of concern, the big talk of all the figures, really, because they go around sometimes very nice and other times just ugly. In this situation, he doesn't have the biggest problems with it. It does go a little bit awry in some places, obviously, which we always have. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is that not supposed to line up with this this rubbery piece over here? I guess I can line that up with it. There you go. Kind of weird that they didn't connect the rubber that goes around here. I mean, it's connected over there, but not to the chest. Regardless of that, you can move it into place, so that's not an issue. You had the one shoulder pad on this side, not on the other. Got the ripped t-shirt and the paint job. Obviously, you have the normal skin tone color and then the kind of darker in the back. Same goes for the shirt. And basically the entire figure, you have this entire comic effect, which they did for all of them, and I'm a big fan of it. I appreciate it. Makes the figures pop that much more. So that's pretty cool. It always just kind of stops at the feet. That's another thing that kind of wonky. Anyway, for the rest of it, you got his jogging pants with the kind of rope and the muscles going down to the knee pad. Well, not really knee pads, those are his knee. His pants are just ripped over there. It does work as a pretty nice knee pad when you move him around, but we'll get to that. And his boots with some more lines on it. Wow, it's really kind of going crazy with the black lines again. But overall, it looks pretty nice. Now, once again, we have a Foot Soldier, and just like all the other Foot Soldiers, it does look amazing. It does like it is in the cartoon show. You have the foot symbol on the front. Black lines all throughout it, especially in the mask. Have the two-tone paint job in the front, the lighter purple in the front and the darker purple in the back. The rest of it is black, obviously. But since this one is the Foot Soldier, which is slashed, you have all the detail. It's only held together by a bendy wire, the red one over here. You can move that around. I wouldn't stretch it too much, because I don't know how well it is connected. But you can kind of play around with it, and you can put them in some different poses, and it will hold on. So overall, very cool idea. As I said, with the bashed Foot Soldier, I love Neca making these two packs with more Foot Soldiers, building up your own foot soldier army and not just giving you the exact same figure every time. You got a bashed one, you got a slashed one now. Let's see what else they come up with. I think they show like a bunch of prototypes. So there might be more coming up. As for the rest of the figure, again, black lines, sometimes they look good, sometimes they look kind of weird. And all the detail in the taped feet. And that's really it. I mean, like I'm saying, this is like the third, fourth, fifth time I talk about Foot Soldier, so I don't feel like showing much more of this guy. Now for the articulation, it's pretty much standard at this point. I mean, I had a couple of Neca reviews, so you should know the drill. Head moves forward, back, does tilt side to side, does go all the way around. Obviously there's nothing in the neck. You have a big hinge in the shoulder which is painted and is already flaking off. Usually you should be able to rotate the shoulder around. I just can't get it done with this guy. It does kind of go a little bit, but it's hard to hold on to it without moving the bicep swivel. And then you got the double jointed, double hinged elbow. Got another hinge in the fist as such that moves to the back, moves forward and swivel. Then for your chest area, you have a swivel up there. Well, actually, I think it's on a ball. So as such, it does move back and forth, side to side. Has a little bit. It's not the greatest, but obviously you don't have that much room over here. I mean, it's fine. I like that they did it anyway. And then you have another one at the crotch piece, at the hips basically. Crotch piece is soft plastic. Legs move forward, legs move to the back, moves out to the side. Also can rotate on the ball up there. Double hinged knees, as I was saying, the knee pad. It's pretty cool. Nicely covers it up. Doesn't leave too big of a gap or any weird kind of holes. Beautiful ankle pivot, all too well. Goes forward, back, and paint flaking off on the joints. That's really the only complaint I have about the joints, the paint. Why is it painted? Foot soldier articulation, double balls with a pack in the head, so as such moves back forward, side to side, all the way around. And then same for the rest of the arm. You got the hinge over there, goes up and down, and bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, which is, there we go, there's that. Hinge in the fist, back, forward, swivel, chest area. Doesn't really have anything, but as I've shown you, you have the bandy wire, so you can move it around with that. Just be careful, I wouldn't stress it too much. Swivel in the hips, which does like to just kind of disconnect. I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of always just has a little bit of a gap over there. I don't know what's up with that. Legs move forward, legs move to the back, unhindered, out to the side. Rotation on the ball in general, and like you can't just move the thigh, but also with the ball, so you have these two. Then double hinged knees. You have a swivel in the foot, well, boot, if you want to call it like that. And the pivot, actually, with the foot soldiers isn't as great, but it still gets the job done, and you have a toe hinge to round it off. Accessories giving you the overlook, sledgehammer, hands, and hockey staff, sports staff, communicator, and whatnot. Let's have a look at it. So, starting off with the hammer, I got the cutter to get stuff out of there. It's a cartoon hammer, just grey with the black lines. Those are actually pretty clean, and for the rest of it, just got a brown handle. Then we got this kind of stick. I don't know what to call this. It's probably some kind of... Is it a sports weapon? Is it just a weapon? I don't know, looks nice, just to beat up some foot. Then you got the hockey stick, obviously, which is very, very plain, but I think that's exactly how it looks in the cartoon. It's just like white. It looks kind of Tron-ish. It looks like kind of like an 8-bit hockey stick, especially with the lines and whatnot. Pretty cool. It has some, got some retro vibe over there. And then, is this cricket? Is this a cricket stick? Then we got baseball bats. Is that a Jose concept? I'm gonna stop with that now. Alright, then you got the bag to carry everything around it. There's like a golf... Not like a golfer's bag. He doesn't have a golf club. Guess he didn't have a golf club in the cartoon. I'm not sure anymore about that. I mean, we got the same weapons for the foot soldier that we had in the April box. So there's nothing that changed there. It still has some very cool detail. Or was that also yellow in the other one? I might be tripping, but that might have had a different color. I'm not sure anymore, but that's about that. Then you have the classic blaster rifle for your foot soldier. Has tons of nice detail. The black lines is a bit dirty overall, but still, it does look cool. The blue and the red in the front. And then we got the Communicator. This time has Rocksteady on it with the April double pack. That Foot Soldier had the Foot Communicator with Bebop on it. So a little bit of difference in there. Also, I think it's painted differently in the back. This one is definitely painted better in the back. That's another thing to note. And then you got some Ninja Stones. I'm not going to take those out because those are tiny. Same with the hands, just going to fiddle around. You got pointy finger, holy hands, and kind of like a, so it could make like a thumbs up. But anyway, then we got the foot, holding hands, and open and posing hands. Does not have a trigger finger, just like with the April pack. Same stuff overall. And it's going to bring me to the final thoughts for this Casey Jones versus Foot Soldier 2-pack. I love this one. This is probably, maybe even one of the best 2-packs so far, because Casey Jones is cartoon perfection. I feel like he comes with all the plunder, comes with his back, which, by the way, you have the rubbery kind of band that goes around it. Be careful with that. Trying to get it on, you cannot take it off as far as I've looked at it, and almost kind of ripped it off over there. So just be very careful, maybe heat it up. It is rubbery, so you can slide it over the legs and just kind of fiddle around. Got it into place, it stays into place, it is very nice, but just bit of a warning for that. And also the slashed Foot Soldier is pretty cool. I mean, just, I love the pose you can do with that. Just, I had a ton of fun just playing around with him, and this is what I came up with. Just kind of like, he's gonna fall over and die. Anyway, that's, yeah, final verdict of this one is absolutely recommended for TMNT fans, and if you're fans of Casey Jones, the design and whatnot, just, yeah, don't really have anything to complain other than the usual. Sometimes the black lines will go a bit awry, but anything else, articulation, stuff that comes with the characters, the accessories and whatnot is top notch. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Casey Jones and the Foot Soldier want. Well, the Foot Soldier won't be wanting anything because he's about to die.